Hi there guys, this is Chris Coney speaking. I'm sat here on a Saturday morning reading the crypto news, and there was one particular story that got my attention that I thought was worth talking to you about. So this is on the CoinDesk website, and it's an article called "The First Crypto Firm IPO on the London Stock Exchange Raises $32.5 million." So this is IPO, not ICO. So this is a regular, initial public offering of shares in a British company on the London Stock Exchange, right? So it's this company Argo Mining, ARGO, Argo Mining, and their ticker symbol is ARB, ARB. I've never heard of Argo Mining before, and before we proceed with this story, I did check out their website, argomining.co, and no matter which of their mining packages that you choose, right now, as I speak to you at time of recording, everything is sold out. They have Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin Gold, and Zcash packages that you can mine with, and no matter what you select, all their packages, small, medium, large, are all sold out. So they're doing well, right? I suppose. I'm assuming they're doing well. The fact that they're sold out, they've definitely maxed out whatever capacity that they have. So I'm assuming it's like a cloud mining company, right? And yeah, all being sold out. Pretty sweet. So check this out. They were going to float on the London Stock Exchange, which they have done, and their goal was to sell about just over half of their company, and they wanted to raise £5 million. They ended up raising £25 million, which is pretty significant. So not only are they sold out from a consumer point of view, right? So there's demand for their services. They also seems to be very strong demand for shares in these types of companies, right? Because they sold £25 million worth on the London Stock Exchange. So it says here that they kicked off their initial public offering with the London Stock Exchange issuing 156 million shares, which accounts for exactly 53.2% of the company. So it was a private company, right? Say like I own 100% of Cryptoverse as a private company. And if I want to get a big cash injection, which as far as I understand it is why people do initial public offerings, it's a way of getting a lot of cash, in a short space of time, and then you grow the business. So even though they're giving up half the company, the intention is to take the cash injection and grow the business and increase the value so that the 50% that I retained as the founder, say, is worth more than the 100% of the original company. That's the way I always think about these things. So while they've sold 53.2% of the shares in the company to the public, hence initial public offering, the shares were priced at 16 pence, giving a total market valuation of £47 million, which is about $61 million. So that's interesting. That's now the public valuing the company, isn't it? So here we have Executive Chairman Jonathan Bixby. He says, "Argo's admission to the London main market is a major step in the company's development and will put us in a strong position to execute our long-term growth strategy. We are delighted with the strong response from investors, which will enable us to grow our business in multiple jurisdictions." I'm not sure what that means, multiple jurisdictions, because it's the London Stock Exchange. So as long as someone's got access to the London Stock Exchange and can trade on it, well, anyone could buy shares in it, couldn't they? It also says here that the company won approval from the UK listing authority in May to be listed on the exchange and subsequently released its crypto mining subscription service in June. That's very interesting. What were they doing before that then? So we know they're sold out. They launched crypto mining subscription service in June. That was only 2 months ago, and it's already sold out. But I can't imagine they founded the company then. You know what I mean? That would be very strange, wouldn't it? I can't imagine they floated on the stock exchange 2 months after being founded. In fact, let me just step away for a second. I'll go and look up this company on the UK Companies Register and see when they were first founded, and I'll come back. Okay, so I found the company on Companies House. Argo Mining Limited, Jeremy Street, London. Incorporation date, the 5th of December 2017. Goodness me. Well, that is a very short space of time, is it not? So let's call it 6 months, right? No, it's not 6 months. It's more like 8 months, 7 or 8 months. that they've been a company. And in that time, they've managed to start up, put an IPO together, launch, and then issue 156 million shares at 16 pence and gain a valuation of 47 million pounds. Wow. Only in the crypto space is all I can say. So they haven't filed any accounts yet. You can actually get company accounts from Companies House if it's a British company. So, and I often do this to see what sort of state the company's in. Now, they don't have to do full financial disclosure unless they're over, I think it's £6 million turnover. And of course, no accounts have been filed for these guys so far. What's interesting is they've had two previous change of names of the company. So let's see here. They were previously called Blockchain Education Group Limited, and they were also called GoSun Mining Limited, and now are called Argo Mining Limited. So the change of name, that's just probably a marketing thing. Nothing to worry about there. They don't seem to have any like particular judgments against them or anything like that. Yeah, looks pretty fine to me. Yes, they are a London-based company. They're a real British company. They are registered in London. They have a real company. It's all good. And you can actually buy various documents from Companies House, you know, pertaining to any given company. That it's like £1, and you can buy copies of the name change, official name change request. Who we got here? Mr. Adrian Thorpe Beeston, appointed as a director on the 12th of January 2018. So who was the guy in the article? Jonathan Bixby. So I could dig more into the company details, but let's not get bogged down in that right now. Let's just finish off the story here. It says Bixby told the Financial Times around the time of the release that Argo wants to be, quote, the Amazon Web Services of crypto, close quote. The Amazon Web Services of crypto. Okay, we'll see how that pans out. More than 90% of crypto mining is done by elites on an industrial scale because it is technically very difficult to do, he said. It's incredibly expensive to buy up front. The hardware you need is $5,000 a machine. Okay, so yes. Most mining is done by industrial scale mining operations, but where do you draw the distinction between a corporate mining operation and a cloud mining operation? Because essentially, like Genesis Mining and I would assume Argo Mining, they own the infrastructure, right? They just own the machines, and then they rent that out to the crowd, don't they? So it's still essentially on an industrial scale. They're just returning some of that mining profits to the user. You know what I mean? And in my experience, I don't see how cloud mining makes sense, right? For the cloud miner. I've done a bunch of experiments myself. And basically, unless the markets are booming and the price of the coin that you are mining is going up, it doesn't really work, right? And that means that the cloud mining doesn't work, because it's not the cloud mining that turns the profit, it's the rising market, which means if the market's rising, isn't it safer just to buy and hold the cryptocurrency in the first place, you know? So anyway, I've done a bunch of experiments myself. I haven't done any for maybe a year, but I did quite a few, spent my own money, logged it religiously and meticulously, and I couldn't see any which way of making a profit unless the coins I was mining gained in value significantly. So there we go. What's most interesting about this whole story is not necessarily that it's a cloud mining company, it's the fact that they've actually done an IPO and have been valued at £47 million. So in conclusion, I'll go back to the two main points that I made. The fact that they're sold out means there's strong consumer demand. And the fact that there's strong investor demand, so people are investing in the company, buying shares in the company, is a different way of getting an investment in the crypto space without buying crypto itself. So maybe as more companies IPO, this will become another way of investing in the crypto space without having to buy, store, and secure cryptocurrencies. But that's all I've got for you for now, guys. I just wanted to talk to you today because I've been away for a little while. So hopefully you enjoyed this little chat about Argo Mining. Go check them out if you want. You can see if they've got any more back in stock. If you enjoy listening to me, then please subscribe to the Cryptoverse podcast. Other than that, I will see you next time for our next episode of the Cryptoverse. Until then, it's me, Chris Coney, saying bye for now.